What is body language? When we talk about body language, we look at the subtle cues we send and receive to each other non-verbally. Many people want to know how to read the body language. To get started, body language can be broken down into few different channels. Facial expressions. Researcher Dr. Paul Ekman discovered 7 universal microexpressions, or short facial gestures every human makes when they feel an intense emotion. We are very drawn to looking at and observing the face to understand someone's hidden emotions. They are an essential part of body language. Body proxemics. Proxemics is a term for how our body moves in space. We are constantly looking at how someone is moving. Are they gesturing, leaning, moving towards or away from us? Body movements tell us a lot about preferences and nervousness. They are instrumental body language cues. Ornaments. Clothes, jewelry, sunglasses, hairstyles are all extensions of our body language. Not only do certain colors and styles send signals to others, how we interact with our ornaments is also telling. Is someone a fidgeter with their watch or ring? Do they constantly self-peen or touch their hat? These are all body language cues. The following body language examples are common. It's usually easy to discern their meaning once you've learned them. Number 1. Arms crossed across the chest. Your arms and legs are perhaps one of the first types of nonverbal communication that people notice when they see you. Sitting or standing with your arms crossed across your chest is nearly always seen as defensive body language. Universally, people view a person that has crossed arms as insecure, annoyed, or closed off. When you do it, you're closed off and disengaged. You may appear angry or stubborn. If you see someone with their arms and legs crossed for a long period of time, remember that it could indicate that the temperature where you are at is cold. It could also mean they're tired or simply supporting their shoulders in an armless chair. Number 2. Smile. Smiles can mean different things depending on the exact facial expression. There are happy smiles, shy smiles, warm smiles, and ironic smiles. The Duchenne smile consists of pulling up the corners of your mouth while squeezing your eyes to make crow's feet. It is considered a genuine smile as opposed to a fake smile where you just expose your teeth. Have you ever heard of the term smiling eyes? Some people are really good at sending a smile through direct eye contact. When you display an authentic Duchenne smile, you let people know you're approachable and friendly. Number 3. Tapping your fingers. When you tap your fingers, you appear impatient and possibly nervous about waiting. If you're a finger tapper, be aware that it's one of the nonverbal signals that can grate on others' nerves. Number 4. Tilting your head to one side. When you tilt your head to the side, it usually means you're listening intently and deeply interested in finding out the information you're being told. It can also mean you're concentrating very hard. Number 5. Steepling your fingers. Holding your fingertips together and your palms apart lets everyone know you have authority and control. Bosses and politicians use this gesture often to show they're in charge. Number 6. Crossing your legs. The way you cross your legs can tell others a lot about you and how you're feeling at any given moment. If you cross them at the ankle, it may show that you're trying to hide something. If you cross them at the knee point but your knees away from the other person, you show you're uncomfortable with them. In most cases, the best option is to plant your feet firmly on the floor. A common term related to body language is the figure 4 position. To sit this way, stretch your arms and legs forward and then cross one ankle up over your knee with your legs crossed high and your pelvic region open. With crossed legs in this position, your body makes the shape of the number 4. The nonverbal communication message that the figure 4 pose represents is that you're powerful and demeanoring. When your arms and legs are open and relaxed, you send a nonverbal communication that you're confident and approachable. Number 7. Pulling your ear. When you tug on your ear, it shows that you're trying to make a decision but just hasn't gotten there. You tend to look indecisive and non-committal. Number 8. Putting your head in your hands. When you put your head in your hands, it might mean that you're bored, as if you're so weary of life that you just can't hold your head up anymore. Or it can mean that you're upset or so ashamed you don't want to show your face. Number 9. Standing up straight. Standing erect with good posture shows you feel confident. Number 10. Gesturing with your hands open and palms up. What you do with your hands makes a big difference in whether people trust you or not. Hold your hands open and gesture with your palms up to show that no, you don't have anything hidden from them. Number 11. Eye contact. You need to make eye contact with the person you're talking to if you want them to feel comfortable with the conversation and accept what you have to say. Scientists suggest that most people are comfortable with eye contact of about 3.2 seconds at a time if you're a stranger. When you become a friend, they usually don't mind having eye contact with you for longer at a time. Number 12. Looking down. Looking at the floor or ground makes you appear weak and unconfident. Unless there's something you need to discuss down there, you need to keep your eyes on the level of the other person's face. When you break eye contact, as you should every few seconds, try looking to the side. Number 13. Rubbing your hands together. Want to show how excited you are about a new project? Just rub your hands together vigorously. Number 14. Twisting your hair. Often, movies and TV shows use the gesture of twisting the hair to show flirting. That may be meaning you get when someone twists their hair, especially if they look up at you through their lashes while they do it. However, if you're in a job interview, you only look like you're nervous and uncomfortable as you idly twist your hair. Number 15. Microexpressions. Microexpressions are extremely brief facial expressions that happen in about 1/25th of a second. They happen when you're trying to hold back your emotions. When you see someone showing a microexpression, it usually means that they're trying to conceal something from you. However, if you learn to spot them, you can gain advantage in any type of interaction. Number 16. Walking briskly. When you want to show your self-confidence, walk briskly and with purpose. Whether you're going somewhere specific or not, walk as if you're striding confidently towards an important destination. Number 17. Placing your hand on your cheek. When you touch your cheek with your hand, you show that you're thinking and carefully evaluating the information you're receiving. When you see someone do this while you're talking to them, you can usually assume that they're taking you seriously enough to consider what you're saying. Number 18. Rubbing your eye. When you rub your eye, it usually means you doubt or disbelieve what you're hearing. If you know someone is rubbing their eye as you speak, you might benefit from stopping and asking for their feedback so that you can address their doubts. Number 19. Rubbing or touching your nose. When you rub or touch your nose with your index finger, you appear dishonest. If you do it in a conversation that requires openness and honesty, you'll have trouble accomplishing your goals. And if you see someone else rubbing their nose, it's a good indication that you need to be careful not to believe everything they tell you automatically. Number 20. Standing with your hands clasped behind your back. Take a position with your hands clasped behind your back, and others may read this as anger, apprehension, or frustration. It may feel like a nice casual pose, but in reality, it can make others uncomfortable and wary of you. Number 21. Pinching the bridge of your nose. When you close your eyes and pinch the bridge of your nose, you seem to be making negative evaluation of what's happening in the conversation. If someone takes this pose with you, you may need to take a different approach in enlisting their support for your goal. Number 22. Standing with your hands on your hips. This pose is tricky. In some cases, it can mean that you're feeling angry and may behave aggressively. In others, it may simply mean that you're enthusiastic and ready to get something done. How someone may interpret your meaning of this stance may have to do with your use of personal space. For most casual acquaintances, a good distance for personal space is about 3 feet or about an arm's length between you if you're standing shoulder to shoulder. You can stand a bit closer than that with good friends and family members, and everyone should still be comfortable.